What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 25th episode of the Living Off Wi-Fi podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple, joined by Seabass and Bob. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good, dude. I'm just drinking this Monster Hydro. I don't know if you guys can see this. That's what I'm drinking right now. This shit's delicious.
Any?
I'm
Is that like water?
I'm drinking this gamer subs right here.
I'm drinking it. It's like kind of like a Gatorade, but it has caffeine inside of it.
So Gatorade, but Monster.
Monster Gatorade.
I'm okay with that. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. What flavor is it? Better be blue.
I don't know. It's blue. So blue. You can't go wrong with blue.
Blue's always the best one. So, unfortunately, our boy Rel couldn't make it this week. So thoughts and praise for our boy Rel. Hopefully, he's still alive.
Who?
Wherever he's at.
Heard of him?
Yeah. But today we're going to be talking about the Game Awards nominations. They did get announced about a week ago. We didn't really have a chance to go through them. So, fucking why not? There's no better time than the present. So we're just going to get right into it. The first category that we're going to review is Best Game Direction. So if you guys don't know what Best Game Direction is, it's for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Don't know what the hell that means, but we got the nominees: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and The Last of Us Part 2. So, what games do you guys agree with those nominees right there, or did you guys wish they had different games, or what are your thoughts?
I would agree with them for the most part. I just think so out of all of them, that's the one that's kind of like the most impactful. That's hard. Give me a sec. I still have to go with Hades, honestly.
With Hades on that one?
Yeah, dude. If you haven't played Hades, okay. It's really good. It's so good. I can't. Honestly, like, you told me these things, I'm gonna be like, oh, is Hades inside there? Hades.
Fair enough. What about you, Bob? Which one do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen like some gameplay of the first one, or I'm pretty sure this is the third one. This is rather the first one or second one for the Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
And to be honest, it actually looks really good. Like how creative it is. How fucking the animations are and whatnot.
So you wish that Ori was in that category?
Yeah, and also Final Fantasy. It's good. It's good the way it is. Just seeing from the gameplay.
Personally, I'm okay with most of these games in this specific category for best game direction.
Mm-hmm.
I personally went with Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't gotten the chance to play it, and usually when I vote for these games, I usually try voting for the ones I played. So that way I can get a better idea. But I don't know, from the gameplay that I've seen off of it, I think it looks really good. It's kind of like movie-esque samurai type movie. Type game. So, I think Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet just because I want to wait to get it for the PS5 so I can play it inside 60 FPS.
This guy over here with this PS5. When you getting one?
March.
In March?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. All right. Bet. So the next category is Best Narrative. Basically, this is for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. And we got 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2.
This
is basically more of like the story.
I didn't even see it.
It's literally the third one. Are you on the list, Bob?
Yeah.
It's the third category.
Honestly, Final Fantasy VII, I'd go with that one.
I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, but that's the one that I went for as well. Just from the reactions that most people have had with the game, it looks really good.
Yep,
it seems really good. It feels like it tugs at your heartstrings.
I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried.
Did you cry at the start screen?
Hell yeah!
At the start screen, but like at the title screen when
music
the
hits in?
cinematic. When the intro cinematic is starting, and then like the Final Fantasy name comes up on the screen,
Dude.
and then it switches over to the train with Cloud on it and all that.
Dude, if you didn't play the first one, then you like if you played the first one and then played the remake, you would cry too. You'd be like, oh my god, this is beautiful.
See, here's the thing: I've never played the original.
You played any of them?
I've been wanting
Besides 14?
I played part of 13.
I've only played 14.
I played part of 15 as well.
Play 7.
See, Black Friday's happening, so don't worry. I am picking up Final Fantasy 7 Remake because it's on sale.
Bet.
And I like to take advantage of deals.
So you can send me
but do you guys
send me
think...
a copy, bud?
Nah, I'm too poor for that.
I see
I
how
ain't
it
paying $60 to ship it to you.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
wait.
Like, we have to send you a copy to ship. That's the expensive part. Like, we have to pay like over like $170 just for one game.
Yeah, you know how much I spent on sending Jam to Bob
But it was worth it.
from...
But
It was like $60.
Oh
It was like
my
$60 just to
God.
ship it. I got charged exporting fees.
Yep.
I'm like, what is this nonsense? It was like £2, and it cost like $60.
I could
Like this
I
guy,
could
this-
send things to you for $10.
Yeah, I think it's different for us. It's cheaper for you, but it's not for us.
Yeah, because it has less. Because ours probably has no Rona on it.
That's probably true.
Yeah. What about The Last of Us 2? Why? Okay, so why'd you go with Final Fantasy 7 instead of The Last of Us? I feel like The Last of Us 2 had a pretty good story.
Yeah,
I
it had
mean-
really good storytelling and narrative.
How do I say this without tilting people? So
Fuck
the
Abby.
story. No, I don't know. I don't care about that. So the
No?
story is good, right? I will give you that the story is good. It's just the story could have been told way fucking better.
What do you mean?
Because like instead, okay, it's past time, right? Like I'm gonna whatever, like.
Yeah, we've
Alright?
already spoiled
Yeah,
it
we
on
spoiled
previous
the shit out of it.
episodes.
So,
It's
like,
okay.
I mean, if it would have been like the story would have been like Ellie, Abby, building the story to the end to like a dynamic climax instead of doing a climax, drop down, make you hate another person, and then go back up. I feel like it would have been better.
I like the way it was. I don't know why people complain about that.
I just feel like it could have. I feel like it could have been told like the story. It was a really good story, but I feel like it could have been told better.
Fair enough. I think I'm more with Seabass on that, to be completely
Both you
honest.
stupid.
I feel like the whole Abby side of it, I don't know, maybe she could have had a different story. The whole trying to help that kid out was just kind of random for me, so. I don't know. I did vote.
What do you mean it
I
was
will
kinda
say this. I did
random?
vote. It was random. What do you mean? She's over here trying
So
to like...
so was
it-
Joel suddenly helping Ellie.
No, it wasn't. That was not random at all. It was a job that he took on.
Yeah, random job.
No, it wasn't a random job. Anyways,
Yeah,
this guy over
you
here.
go shut the fuck up, exactly, bitch.
Wow!
Oh, you're so mean. You're so mean. What did I ever do to hurt you? Just because I said
because he couldn't back his shit up. That's what I thought.
that's true. I'll give you that.
All right, now,
Okay.
what was
Well,
all you're saying?
I'll give you the satisfaction of this. Okay, I did vote for The Last of Us 2 on a couple of categories. Okay, so I will give you that.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna be shit talking it the entire time.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the best art direction. So basically what this is for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation.
Oh.
So basically the art style and like the animations and all that. So was the art style any good? Was the animation really fluid? Was it beautiful? Was it not beautiful? You know, that good stuff. So we got Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
I will tell you right now, I voted for Ori on this category.
Bob?
Phasmophobia.
Bitch, Phasmophobia is not part of this category.
That's why I wanted to be part of the cat.
You want?
That's true.
Hold on.
I would say Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and then
Yes.
Final Fantasy. And then it would be Last
I-
of Us. I don't know much about Hades, and I haven't
Hades
seen
has
too
good
much
art
stuff
style,
about.
but I don't know. I think Ori, like with all the colors of it, it just sticks out so good.
Yeah, just the way that has like kind of a, the first layer, the one that you mainly play on, and then there's kind of like a second layer and a 3rd layer behind it. It's not like 3D. It's not like 3D, but it's kind of just 2D.
It's very
backgrounds
similar
with just
to
little backgrounds.
it's similar to Hollow Knight.
Yes.
So that's how Hollow Knight is. Oh, that game is so beautiful.
never
For
played it.
as dark as it is, it's such a beautiful game.
Never played her.
It's kind of sad too. It's a sad game.
Which
But I
sad?
also went with Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I've seen gameplay for it for all the games that they have in the series. I think they have 2.
Mm.
Is it 2 or 3?
This is the second one.
So
Yeah,
okay, so
Ori
yeah, so they have
and-
2, and I think that the art style in it is just absolutely fucking beautiful. Like literally, almost every scene that they have, almost every background could just be a piece of artwork on its own. Well, it is a piece of artwork on its own.
Who won this? Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm looking to see who won this.
And then for the second one, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with Hades.
Yeah, this is best
Just-
art direction, right? Okay, hold on. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
best
looking,
art
I'm looking
direction.
to see who fucking won this shit. I don't
For
see-
the golden joysticks,
yeah.
let me see. I have it. Best visual design, The Last of Us 2.
What the fuck? Okay.
Best visual design is that I think that'd basically be the same, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think it's the same thing. I really think it's the same thing.
Yeah, it was The Last of
Yeah.
Us 2. I have it.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
it open.
I mean, I understand that too. I mean, to be honest, the Last of Us 2 looks really good too.
It does look
It's
really
just-
good.
I think it's more just dependent on like what your type of
of art style. you
or
want.
that you're
I mean,
that you're really into. Because I do like I do like Ori and the Will of the Wisp, art style and the way it goes. And like sure, I'm saying Ori of the Will of the Wisp, and then Final Fantasy. Then I'm saying Last of Us 2. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Last of Us 2 is like bad or they want.
No, like I said, The Last of Us
just-
2 is a beautiful game. The way
is,
the
it
way
is.
that's like crafted, it's such a beautiful game. The facial animations in there are just absolutely amazing.
the
You know,
landscapes too.
Yep.
Yeah, just because it's like a more of a photorealistic game doesn't mean it's not, has a beautiful art style to
No,
it.
not at
I think
not at all.
I think when it comes down to this, a lot of people think like, the way that it looks. If it looks real, they don't want to count it.
Mm.
They want to go with cell shading, 2D. They want to go with some other type of different art style.
Mm.
So I think The Last of Us 2 being part of it is good,
Mm.
but I personally really like just how brightly colored Ori is and just that specific art style.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just depends on-
I agree.
It just depends on the person.
Same thing with Hades.
Yeah, Hades
Same thing with
has, like,
Hades.
a
I think Hades is
interesting-
another beautiful game.
Never watched any
interesting
gameplay
art
of
style to
Hades.
that game. Like it's very unique.
Never even heard of Hades until right now.
Oh, it's
Really?
It's like a. Think of it. Have you ever played Binding of Isaac?
Nope.
No. Think of it
But
as like,
I know
like
what
a
I know what
run
it
game.
is.
Like-
I've seen my one friend play Binding of Isaac. I know what the game is. I just never played.
Yeah, think of it like
It-
that.
it's
except, like,
similar-
mythology, the Greek mythology.
It's similar to that. It's a roguelike game.
So it's pretty stupid.
So
No.
so basically so let's just move on. Okay. So the next category is best score in music. I don't think I have to explain this to you guys, but the music of the game. So we
Doom?
got
Okay, sorry, can you
Doom
explain it to
Eternal.
me?
Yeah, we got Doom Eternal. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us 2. God damn. Last of Us 2 has been nominated for every
Everything.
category so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
For me personally, Last of Us Part 2, I loved like every kind of like almost every song in there just had an acoustic guitar in the background right there, And it was just all really good music, especially the ending. Like once you finish the game, and then the music starts playing. That was great. I loved it.
What about you, Seabass?
I'm saying Doom.
Doom? This guy over here, he'd rather pick the death metal over, the acoustic, beautiful guitar that just, that tickles you on the inside.
Yeah, it just tickles your pee. Nah, dude, I want that shit to
Tickles my nuts.
No, okay, for this one, I went with Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, that's fair. That's
You know,
also good.
it was I was torn between The Last of Us Part 2 and Final Fantasy VII. Like I said, I've never played Final Fantasy VII, but like just some of the music that I've heard, it's absolutely beautiful.
I agree. It also has really good music.
And if it's anything like the previous games, like I said, I've played some of Final Fantasy 15. I played some of 14, some of 13. God damn, I played 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, but you never finished it, so that doesn't count. All right, anyways, continue.
That's true. If it's anything like those games, it's just an absolutely beautiful soundtrack.
Agreed.
I've never heard the Final Fantasy soundtrack. I can't really
It's
say.
like it's one of those like games that just has like that epic feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then like in some of the more calmer points, it has more of that, the feels.
It's kind of
This guy over here.
It's just kind of like it's a very emotional game.
It's
That's the best
true.
way to explain it.
What are you trying to say, Bob?
You checked that video I sent you yet?
Video.
What video?
Bitch, I sent it to you. It's called Doom Crossing Animal Horizon or Eternal Horizon.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that where Isabel is
there you go,
in
bud.
hell with
There you go, bud. That's
with
the
the
best
Doom
score
guy?
music right there.
Dude, you know what's funny is that like Nintendo and fucking ID both like acknowledge that shit as a meme.
Oh
Good.
yeah,
It's actually
Isabel
it's
and-
hilarious.
No, wait until Doom guy comes into the next. He's the next person already.
I wish.
Ash?
Oh, it's enough.
No, we don't need any more species. I'm okay with that.
Stop.
This guy over
So
here.
on to the
So next one is best audio design.
Oof.
It's not necessarily for this one. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the music, but just like
No,
sounds
it
of
says it says it right here. Best audio, like sounds of just things. How does it sound?
Yeah.
How does
best
Sound design.
in-game
like
audio
Ghost
and
of
sound design.
Tsushima, like Ghost of Tsushima? How does the sword play
How
sound?
does
The
the
clashing of blades or like the hitting of
why is
clashing of
Resident
somebody?
Evil there? Anyways, okay.
Yeah, so we got Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx,
Mhm.
Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2.
I voted for The Last of Us Part 2 on this.
Sam, I voted for The Last of Us Part 2.
Well, Last of Us Part 2 is kind of the only thing I could really go for because I don't know too much about all the other ones.
Doom has really good sound audio, but like The Last of Us, like the way that every like person that died had like kind of like anyways, like the way that people like died, and all the sound like going through like the woods and shit like that, it was really good. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, and also they probably went really realistic with the guns since there's not too many guns that you can have, but like
Yeah.
and the sounds of
Yeah,
like, clickers and also just any other things that are walking around.
that's what I thought as well. When I was voting for this category, I'm like, The Last of Us 2 has, when you're walking on the snow, you could hear the snow like crunching beneath you and the gravel and all that, and just as you're walking through the grass, you can hear the grass and all that. So
All right,
that's the type of stuff that I was thinking about. So I don't really know. Half-Life Alyx, have you played that, Bob? You're the only one that has VR here.
I haven't played. I wanted to play it. My brother actually wants to get it too. I haven't played it. I've seen some gameplay, and I don't know. It's kind of more like the sounds and everything about it. Yeah, it's probably a
think it
little
looks
better
good.
experience if you have VR.
All right.
It's a VR game.
Yeah,
I don't have VR, so.
So for what has me a little bit confused though is Doom. I feel like Doom would be more of just. I feel like the soundtrack just takes over more of the audio in that rather than. I guess when you
gotta
kill
think of-
him, like when you melee kill him, is like
Yeah, I mean, you got to think of like everything. I know he has like a little grappling hook. Maybe the way that sounds, the way the guns sound. Maybe the way he hits the floor right there. Even like killing a demon, the way it I don't know sounds, the crushing noise, punching noise, something blowing up noise.
True. So we got the next category, which is best performance. So basically, this is best for voiceover, motion, and performance capture.
This was
so
hard.
we got Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby,
This is hard.
I don't know how to pronounce this. So is Daisuke Suji as Jin Sakai. I said Gene. I'm sorry. Logan Cunningham as Hades, and then Naji Jeter as Miles Morales.
I like how he's in, I like how Miles Morales and the actor for him is in this, and the game came out just like not even that well.
So
I think it came out just in time to make it for the Game Awards.
Well, I don't know anything about Miles Morales, and I'm really 50-50 here for Ellie and Abby, because to be honest, the actress for Abby she's pretty good, like she's really good too, and Ellie's a character too.
Ellie's godlike too.
The both of them are really good in it.
This is hard.
Yeah, it's hard for me there too.
For this one, I went with Ashley Johnson as Ellie, mainly because like I played the first one, so I already had like an idea of how she is, and then the second one was just like it's really emotional.
I really honestly would go with this one for Abby, Laura Bailey. Definitely showed a lot more emotion than Ellie did.
Yeah, I'm torn between the two, so for me it's 50-50 on those two right there.
Or I could just say yeet it and then fucking just vote for the Spider-Man game, because obviously it's gonna have good acting because it's the same. Yeah,
it's the same guy from same guy from the original.
I haven't played it though, so I can't.
You never played the original Spider-Man, the 2018 one?
No, I did. This is the new one though. This is the
It's the same guy.
Is it the same voice actor or is it a new voice actor?
Yeah, no, it's the same guy.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same voice actor.
It's the same person. Yeah, same thing with the actual Peter Parker character. It's the same voice actor. They changed his face, but it's the same voice actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll skip.
So if you play the original one, then you have an idea of how Miles Morales is, because you played a decent amount as Miles in that. So for me, Ashley Johnson.
Okay.
Let's go. We're skipping Games for Impact because I know nothing about any of these.
Yeah, I don't.
But I did vote
either, except for Spiritfarer. That's the only one I know about.
I voted for Tell Me Why, but I haven't really played it.
I know. I want to play that too. Yeah, I want to play that because I didn't play. I didn't play the first one or the game.
What first one?
Sorry, not the game. What's it called again?
The Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Yeah, I haven't played that, but it was. I've seen gameplay of it. To be honest, I kind of know the whole story of it, and if
I think it's similar.
If Tell Me Why is kind of like that almost same type of storytelling, I think it'd be a really good game that I'd want to play.
Tell me why.
Dude, as soon as that came out,
you ain't gonna go.
So best ongoing.
Yeah, best ongoing. So basically, this is awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player's experience over time. So basically, this is gonna be like your MMO type games or BR type games or something like that. So we got Apex Legends,
Oof.
Destiny 2,
Oof.
Call of Duty Warzone,
Ugh.
Fortnite,
Oof.
and No Man's Sky.
Ooh, shit. Shit.
I've played all of these. So like, I'm a way to say my response because I kind of want to hear what you guys say. But I have played all of these.
You know which one I think out of all these that I'd choose? I don't know.
Apex Legends.
No.
Call of Duty Warzone.
No.
Fortnite.
No Man's Sky.
Why?
You've never played it?
Have you played it recently?
Yeah, I've played
we
No
played
Man's Sky.
Yeah, we played the recent thing right there.
I mean, okay, let's go with like from where the game first launched off.
Okay, so
now.
I did vote for No Man's Sky. You know, I just want to hear your reasoning as to why you chose No Man's Sky. That's why I'm asking why.
The game, like, from where... Okay, because it was shit. Like, let's be honest. That game was horrible. Like, garbage.
They overpromised and they didn't deliver.
But now what they promised us has been delivered plus more, in my opinion.
And it's all been free,
and
too.
It's been free.
It hasn't been, like, paid DLC or anything. You just pay for the game and At least have been free updates.
Yeah. Agreed.
I blame Pineapple.
So I chose No Man's Sky because recently they came out with the Origins update for the game, which added in like a ton of new planets. They added in storms to the game. They added in even before Origins update, they added in the multiplayer for the game. So now you can play with your friends. They've added in that social hub where you can meet with other players. Play now.
Yeah, what you said.
They're doing an enhanced version of the game for PS5 and PC.
Yeah, dude,
which is even
insane.
awesome. I don't know. And for this, I quickly voted for No Man's Sky because Apex Legends was probably my next one, to be completely honest, because the other ones have been kind of shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love Destiny, but I feel like Bungie doesn't really listen to the community as much as they should, because PvP is still trash in that game, and people have been complaining about it for the longest time. They say that they say endgame content is kind of bland, and Warzone is just a fucking. I don't even know how it made it onto the list, man. It's such a broken game.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's such a broken game, man.
And it's only been out for like a year. Like everything else inside this fucking thing is like
Well,
been out for like 2 or 3.
If you try to think about it, whatnot, like, do you know any other outgoing games that are still going on and whatnot, still developing content for itself?
Valorant.
Rainbow Six.
Valorant's been out long
I'm
enough.
Surprised Valorant is on here.
Rainbow Six.
That's what I'm
Siege?
saying. When I saw this list, Siege is shit. What do you
Yeah,
mean
but
best ongoing game? It's dog shit right now.
But it's still going.
but it also might depend on its player base too.
Yeah.
Like,
Not even.
Sure, Warzone,
you think so?
I think so too. Because to be honest, if you think about it, if you're trying to look at the best ongoing, which is the development of ongoing content, and if you think about it, usually that kind of means if it's really good content, you'd see more people on it. So I'm guessing the player base too.
The way I'm kind of thinking about it now, 'cause as we're talking about this, I'm kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, I feel like Valorant should have been part of it, but Valorant doesn't really have, in terms of content, there isn't a ton of content just because it's a competitive esports type game.
And in all honesty, Valorant is, well, it came out after Warzone, right?
It came out in March. No, May. It came out in May. There was a month-long beta.
So it came out
technically
after Warzone, I think. No, it came out before Warzone. Wait, I don't know.
Warzone.
It came out after Warzone.
Warzone came out in 2019. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Well, I think the game itself came out in 2019.
It's been about a year. I think it's been slightly under a year, because I think it was like December or January when Warzone came out. And then it went completely free, because I think at first you had to have Modern Warfare to play it, and then after that it was like completely free. So the way that I see this now is maybe like the different expansions that they've added in, the different updates that they've done in the game, because like Apex, they've added in 3 maps already. They've done events for the game.
Yep.
Destiny 2, they've done 2 expansions. They had Shadowkeep. They had the different seasons going on throughout the year, and then they just did the Beyond Light expansion with the Season of the Rivals as well. And then I can see Warzone. They did have a couple different game modes as well. Like just recently, they did the Halloween game mode where you were like a zombie. So I can see why.
I never played
Fortnite.
that one. I wanted to play it, but you guys never played it with me.
It's pretty shit, to be honest.
You couldn't see
well,
people.
Fucking.
It's pretty shit.
Do better then.
You had to worry about zombies, and then you still had to worry about other players, like the normal people as well. If you were a zombie, all you had to worry about was just other people.
You gotta worry about an extra person. Well, fucking. You get better, bud.
And then I can see Fortnite, because did they have like any in-game events this year? Did they have a concert?
They had 2 concerts, I think. They had the Travis Scott one. No, not Travis Scott. No, they had 2 concerts. That's all I know.
I'm pretty sure Travis Scott was this year.
Was it this year? I think it was this year.
Yeah, I think it was this year.
Yeah,
I don't know anything else about Fortnite that happened. I guess
I don't know.
Did they blow up another world?
The Avengers, Marvels, like the Marvel stuff.
Oh yeah,
they did have that.
Oh, they're also doing a Mandalorian one.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might come back just for that.
This guy over here. Yeah, I haven't really done a lot of Fortnite. I kind of gave up on that game. A lot of people have given up on that game as well.
Well, I just stopped playing it because I had no one to play with.
Time to make some new friends, bud.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop my podcast here then, and bye, boys. Gotta find some other people.
Oh wow, you're leaving us.
People with
We're
a
the
better
best buds.
podcast. No, I'm just
Wow. I
better streams, more viewers.
Wait,
This guy over.
Whoa. I average like 11 viewers now. Okay, calm down.
I'm
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
find
whoa.
people with at least
Seabass
12
over here
viewers.
flexing. I see you flexing over here, Seabass. It's okay. It's okay.
All
to
right, I
flex.
think we stuck onto this one a little bit too much right here. I think we should
You're
probably
right.
move on. So, what?
Sure.
No Man's Sky? Is that what you two want?
Yeah,
No
No
Man's
Man's Sky.
Well, I'd say Destiny 2, and yeah, No Man's Sky was like a pretty fun expansion and like whatnot. And I didn't know too much about the first beginning half of it. Well, not the beginning of No Man's Sky, but like what was like the thing slightly before new expansion. But
Imagine-
I think it's pretty good.
You've seen the content in the game right now.
Yeah.
Imagine like none of that.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Imagine just being able to explore worlds by yourself and having there be nothing but just rocks.
Well, no, like I already knew
That's
what
it.
I
That's
already
what it
knew
really
like
was.
everything, the beginning and whatnot. Just
Oh,
I
and
didn't
then when
know
you get to
like
the-
I
and
didn't
then
I
when you
didn't
get to
I
the
didn't
middle-
know I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything like the update before or maybe the update before that one right there. I just didn't know anything.
They've
about
slowly
those.
been adding stuff in. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They've slowly been doing it.
Did we do best indie?
All right.
Yeah, we're good about
Yeah,
that now.
I think we should.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So best indie. Basically for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. So basically these are self.
Yep.
So technically Destiny 2 could be part of this category, but it's not.
Okay.
So we got Carry On, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer.
Fuck, this was the hardest one.
Never heard of Carry On. Never heard of.
So I will tell you
Spiritfarer,
why this was the hardest one for me because I will
nor Hades.
I will say that
You've played all of them,
I
right?
have played all of them.
Okay.
But for me, I will tell you my best indie game. I voted Spelunky 2.
Spelunky 2.
I mean that is an indie game.
See, Phasmophobia should have been on there,
Yeah, I
on
don't
here
know
as
why
well.
it
When I
wasn't.
didn't see it, I was like, eh.
Because I think Phasmophobia has actually been out. Like when
No, technically it's not out.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that's why it's
Yeah,
not.
maybe
It's
that's
early access.
So
maybe
I
that's
will
why.
tell you
So-
right now, Spelunky 2. If you haven't played Spelunky or Spelunky 2, please play it. I promise you will spend over 200 hours in that game before you beat it.
No, I already did play it.
What's the game even
quit
about?
After an hour.
Is she like an archaeologist or something?
So like you're like an archaeologist and like it kind of it's a roguelike game. It's a roguelike dungeon crawler. So like you have to go through different worlds and there's a bunch of different secrets inside every single world to be able to piece them all together yourself so you can reach the end and find the correct path. And there's like a
Gotcha.
bunch of bosses and stuff like that along the way.
Gotcha.
It's
So I
super
voted for
fun.
Fall Guys.
That's fair.
I couldn't. For this one, I couldn't really vote for anything else because I haven't played any of the other games besides Fall Guys. So
Yeah.
Fall Guys, it's fun. You know, the social media team that was in charge of the Twitter. You know, they were
It's
hilarious.
still hilarious.
Yeah, so that was my choice for that. It's a fun game. What about you, Bob?
Yes.
All right, good talk.
Yeah, to be
Yes.
honest, it just be Fall Guys. Didn't play the other games. For me, well, I know Spelunky 2 and like Carry On. I'm not saying they're the exact same game, just the kind of 2D side scroller type thing. They're not really games to me. Like I said, I don't know what the hell Hades is, nor do I know what Spiritfarer is. And I played Fall Guys. Fall Guys is really fun. It's a game that just came out of nowhere. That was pretty good.
Took the world by storm.
It did.
Yep.
Agreed.
Also, Pineapple, what happened to you?
I couldn't hear you guys. So
Oh, okay.
Get your Discord fixed.
we good now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
your
fucking-
Discord's eating shit right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay. We'll move on. So best mobile game.
Actually, I think
Pretty much
I think it's just
games on your
Pineapple
phone.
himself.
It might just be me.
What do we all vote for this?
I voted for Genshin.
Yeah.
Never.
I voted for Genshin.
Yeah, I'd say Genshin because never played Among Us on it, and to be honest, it played. To be honest, from things I've seen, it just plays the same as the normal Among Us. And then Call of Duty, never done it. Genshin Impact, I've done it. It's pretty good. It just depends on how good your phone is, basically.
Yep.
Other than that, to be honest, yeah, Genshin Impact pretty much just basically plays like the game and all that.
Yeah.
It's just the resolution's slightly down since my phone isn't extremely good.
All right, so that was quick. Best community support. Pretty much recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches.
This is hard.
So we have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
Apex.
I'd say Valorant.
Apex?
Yep.
Why Apex?
So usually if there's any like hot bug or something like that, the developers are super fast to fix it.
Fair enough.
And they, like, for instance, in the beginning of the season, how the battle pass was taking too long to level up. Within a week, they had it fixed and they made it lower.
Fair enough. For this, I went with Valorant. I think Riot's been fairly like transparent with anything that's been going on because they've had issues with patches in the past, and I think it was patch 1.12. They reversed it like instantly because there was bugs in the patch that they didn't realize there was in there. You know, they give fairly detailed patch notes.
Yeah, they're very active on Twitter too.
Yeah, and they usually put out a patch like every 2 weeks. No, it's like every week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Fortnite, and I'd say Fall Guys is also a pretty good community support team.
Fall Guys was good. They've had good social media.
They have.
So.
They take long to do updates, and their cheater situation is still a problem. So.
Yeah, I mean, but at least for one of the times right there, they had the cheater island.
All right.
I don't know if they did it on purpose,
so,
but yeah, it's pretty funny.
No, they did that on purpose.
Oh yeah. Cheater versus cheater.
They did it on purpose, but then they shut it down instantly. So. Mm-hmm. Next one is best VR AR.
Half-Life.
I'm just gonna say the game.
Next.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Half-Life because I don't have VR, so I can't really say anything.
Actually, even though it's funny that Star Wars Squadron's on here, because sure you can play it in VR and whatnot, but it's not like a huge difference. It's just that
I would get dizzy. I would die.
Really? My brother played it on VR and he thought it was pretty cool just to be able to like look around and whatnot, you know, able to know your like everything around you. Because usually for like a game like Star Wars Squadrons, you know, you're on the ship, you kind of only have one focus, it's just right in front of you right there, and you know you can only use a controller, and if you turn, your character's still just looking straight. But while you're playing VR, you can still like you can look around, and you know you can look around past the window. So like, say there's a window right here on your left, but of course your character would never see it. You can turn that way. Even look forward a bit just to see if anybody's around you or above you. I'd say it's pretty cool.
You know what's crazy? Phasmophobia didn't make it. You think that'd be on there?
Again, it's not
out
yet.
Yeah, I think
it's true. Technically, it's not out yet.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure it's on this list, isn't it? Somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the list somewhere.
But yeah,
this is a new category that they did this year. Innovation and accessibility. So pretty much. I think it's just like allowing you to customize like the settings, so like color blindness, customizing maybe your controls, HUD, you know, the HUD display type stuff on there. I don't know. I didn't know much
really
about this one.
For this one,
I went with The Last of Us on this one.
Yeah, I really didn't pay attention to that.
Yo, bro, if Cyberpunk was on here, fucking be able to customize your dick, bro, that'd be number one.
Yeah, so pretty much what this category is, it's recognizing software or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So they're pretty much helping like people with disabilities play the game a lot easier.
I don't know too much about any of this. Like,
yeah,
I don't even say Last of Us 2 because I don't know. I haven't missed.
I just saw that it had a ton of customizable options, so that's why I went with it. So, moving on, best action. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat, we have Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4. This guy over here.
All right, well, to be honest, we've been in this for about 40 minutes, and I don't want to be too much stuck on it, and we still got I think we're just past halfway through the list.
I agree though, Doom Eternal for action. I almost went for Neo 2 because it looks sick, but Doom Eternal.
I've seen gameplay for Doom. I think that's a really good one as well. So
I played it. That shit's fucking sick. Just
I think for the next ones we should just kind of go fast. We just say the things and then we'll just pick our.
This guy. All right. So best action adventure. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Fuck.
50-50 50-50 Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Last of Us Part 2. If it's the same,
I went with Miles Morales.
If it's the same as the older one right there, it's good gameplay.
I agree. It had to be Spider-Man. I think it's more of an adventure game than The Last of Us Part 2 because The Last of Us 2 is very just story oriented.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's more open area, and you do get to adventure, and there's a lot of action there too.
Where?
But not arguing with it. Yeah, 50-50. Last of Us 2.
Where's the open world? It was only there for an hour. I will tell you about this all day.
It's a semi-open world.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter.
For The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
All right, so best RPG. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
This is hard. So it's either between me. It was either Final Fantasy or Persona 5.
I went with Persona 5. I haven't played the Royal Edition yet, but I have played the original, and that game is just absolutely amazing.
I agree. It's
absolutely loved it. Soundtrack was amazing. Loved it, and yeah. If Royal, and then in Royal they added in a new waifu. Ooh, she's so cute.
Oh, of course they did.
She's so cute.
Always with the fucking waifus over here.
Of course, bud. All right. So what do you pick, Bob, for best RPG?
Well, I haven't played the other one except for Genshin Impact, so I'm gonna go with the Genshin Impact.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty good. It says rich player character customization and progression, including massive multiplayer experiences. Maybe it's pretty fun. It's a really fun game.
Agreed.
So for this next category, I am a bit disappointed on what they have, but it's best fighting. We have Grand Blue Fantasy versus MK11 or Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter V Champion Edition, One Punch Man, and Under Night in Birth EXE Elite CLR.
I have no comment on this because I have
I voted for this one's hard because I voted for Genshin. I mean Grand Blue. Sorry, Grand Blue versus
Grand Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, Genshin.
Right. I voted for MK.
So why you? Oh, hold on. I want to stop here for a second. Why were you disappointed in this?
Because a lot, at least two of these are re-releases.
The Street Fighter
MK11
and the Under Night.
No,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat actually.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, and then we have Under Night a re-release?
I think it is. I don't know. Under Night has these weird titles that I don't understand them.
I think this one might be an update, to be completely honest. But what I'm surprised is that they have One Punch Man in there. I'm like, that's just complete randomness. I think they just threw that in there just to fill the category. What they should have done is thrown in Rivals of Aether in there. Because it did release on the Switch this year.
It did.
Yeah, that's on this year, though. What about before?
It's been
it came out in June.
But that been out for 2 years. Now they did do the definitive edition this year, so it could have been on there.
Yeah, it could have been because look at Street Fighter V Champion Edition, and then they got Mortal Kombat 11.
It's just
Ultimate Edition.
Been out for 4 years now, or 5 years. I don't know.
4 years. It's been 4 or 5 years. So, next category is best family. I didn't really care for these, so I'm just gonna say I voted for Paper Mario.
Been out for 5 years.
I also voted for Paper Mario.
Rivals of Ether has been out for 5 years.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because never heard of it before. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it? What, Best Family? Is that what we went on for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I voted for Paper Mario because I didn't really care for any of the other ones, to be
I
completely
mean,
honest.
Fall Guys is fun. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot yet, and I need to. It looks good.
Minecraft Dungeons, it's fun, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd say Fall Guys because me and my brother and my sister actually had one game there too, where we're all just taking turns playing it. It was pretty fun. Should we just skip the next one? Because to be honest, I don't know. I haven't.
I voted for Microsoft Flight Simulator for best sim strategy. I didn't know what else to pick, so that's what I went.
I don't know why you voted. It says you play those. No, sports and racing.
Yeah, why not?
Multiplayer.
Yeah, we can
Among Us.
just skip that. Best multiplayer game.
Among Us.
So we have Animal Crossing New Horizons,
Among
Among Us,
Us.
Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant.
I voted for Among Us.
Among Us?
My dick
Dude,
was
that
hard
game
for
is so
Among Us.
much fun for multiplayer. Are you serious?
Oh
Yeah,
my
bro.
god!
Man.
I
Imagine
would-
the
How you gonna
saltiness
do me
without-
dirty like
with-
that?
and everything. You want to play? You
How
want
you
to play
gonna do
Among
me
Us
dirty
after
like
this?
that? I'm down.
Bob's about
Let's
it.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I went for Valorant on this one.
That's fair. You.
I've really been on the Valorant grind, so it's like Valorant's my boo boo.
Yeah,
It's
I
my
would-
new FPS game to
Yeah.
replace R6.
Yeah, Valorant would be my second pick right here, but Among Us. If
Right,
I ever have a
honestly-
chance to play Among Us, it's I
Yeah,
always
no,
take it.
Bob's about it. Honestly, for that, we can go down to best debut game after that instead of going to the best creator of the
Yeah.
year. I really.
It's not that I don't like creators of the year stuff and all that. But it's just I don't know.
That should be because I gotta poop.
Best debut game. So
Phasmophobia.
basically, this is for the best debut game created by a new indie studio. So we have Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji, and Ancient Epic, Rookie or Roki. Is that
Roki,
an O
Roki,
or you?
Roki.
Roki?
Yeah.
Okay. And Phasmophobia. I went with my boy Phasmophobia
I went with
because
Phasmophobia.
that's actually only being
With
yeah,
all
what
I'm
you said. Yeah, what you said. You cut out completely, but yeah, I know what you said. But yeah, just one
Yeah.
guy who made the game right here, and man, it took off right there. Right when the game came out, sure it's early access right now, but right when it came out, it just took off right there.
What's
I-
crazy is because the guy was only expecting to sell a few copies and just like
I gotta
you
be
know,
No,
use
bro,
that
he-
money
he-
to fund
he
his
just-
next game.
He just went up right there.
Yeah, so now he's over here. Like when I found out it was just one person, I'm like, Nani?
I know when you
Just one?
well, yeah, when you told me one person, I was like, holy crap, really? Just one guy.
Yeah, I'm like don't get me wrong, like the game isn't beautiful by any way. You know, character models are pretty fucking basic and their animations are pretty awful, but it's just a fun game. It's just the idea of it, just the fact that you can, you know, like you talk to the ghost and you know it reacts to you and all that. That's just
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's also really like into the community and whatnot. Because he even has his own Krello where like people can just join in and say like, hey, there's maybe a problem with this, or rather, hey, do you think you can add this, or maybe just give ideas, and he might even implement them into the game right there. I mean, one of the newest models actually for his game is that fucking. Is like some little girl or whatever that can crawl around. So she crawls on the floor and she also crawls on the roofs and like the walls.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while, but I played it yesterday, and you know, it's pretty fun. Except for somebody hacking in the game. I'm not gonna name any names, but don't be doing that shit. Don't be hacking in Phasmophobia. It's an early access game. Come on, it takes the fun out of that.
It's
So.
stupid to do that.
Yeah.
Fucking,
So I feel like we can skip the next couple categories
yeah,
because
just
I know
like-
nothing about any of these esports athletes except for Crim6. So I voted for Crim6. I don't know anything about esports
game-
coaches.
Esports game. I don't know about that. Oops.
Esports
That's it.
events. Have you? Okay, so I kind of want to go over this real quick. Did you watch any of these esports events this year?
No,
No, you didn't watch League or anything.
no.
thought you'd be
I
into
don't.
League.
I don't watch events.
You don't watch any. You don't watch any esports events.
No, I don't.
Letting me down.
I
thought-
unless it just kind of pop up and like maybe say recommendations on Twitch or if they're streaming on YouTube. Like I don't know, just maybe I'll quickly check them out, see how it's going.
I don't know. I'm kind of sad that
Dip out.
Valorant was on the list.
Was
I
it
feel
on
like
the list?
Valorant's. Yeah, it's not on the list. It's not part of the nominees. 'Cause we have.
Is Valorant an esports?
It's an esport game. Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
it's a
well-
baby right now.
Well, the
Like
thing
I was
is, though,
telling
it-
Seabass earlier.
Well, it says best esports events. I don't think. Well, Valorant recently came out, so I don't think they've set up an actual.
Well, they
just
had
like a
they had the
full-on
grand.
event for it.
But that's the thing. They had the first strike tournament. Like the first. I think that's what it was called. Like first strike.
Which one was that?
They had that, but I don't know. It was more of a series of tournaments rather than a specific
yeah, but
one right
if
here.
you-
The
if you-
specific ones.
If you look at these different esports right here, you got the League of Legends. League of Legends has been here for years. Of course, it's already built up its whole thing where it has its own kind of like big
I love the
stadiums.
concerts that. Yeah, I love the concerts that they do.
Yeah,
The,
there's also
the
another,
opening
yeah.
ceremonies. Oh,
And also Call of
Brings me
Duty,
to tears
it's built
every year.
itself up. I don't know about the other ones, but like, yeah, and then Overwatch. Overwatch is it's just a matter of like building itself up. Sure, Valorant is like, it's a pretty big game and say the esports area and whatnot, but it hasn't built itself up yet just enough for it to be able to have like its own stadium type areas. It's just
well, Valorant came out in the middle of a.
I know it came out in the middle of a pandemic and whatnot, but like the thing is that we haven't gotten like
I'm back.
we haven't gotten things that have been maybe what's it called, like we've only gotten events that were just hosted by people who like what's it called, it was like 100 thieves
100 Thieves.
yeah did they host one?
I don't think they did. A
No,
Valorant
no,
tournament.
no, who hosted
They
it?
103s did host a Valorant tournament. Because remember,
Did
they
they?
were gonna do Warzone for the charity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
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 didn't they lose it too?
Call of Duty said no or something like that, or they
Activision said
broadcasted
no.
it before it was signed, some shit like that.
I know, I think
I don't think they got like specific permission.
I think it's just those type of event. I think for Valorant, I just don't think it's on here because it's been hosted by like small like things and whatnot, like teams or maybe even just small little companies, but it
True.
hasn't been hosted by like maybe bigger ones. So I think that's why it's on here.
Yep.
All right, so you made it back just in time, Seabass, for the final category that we're going to go over.
Okay.
Well, second and final.
Yeah.
Best esports game. We have Call of Duty
Fortnite.
Modern Warfare, CS:GO, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Valorant.
This is hard.
Yeah, I'd say it's hard here too because
It's either
Like-
gonna be for me either CS:GO or League.
I haven't played CS:GO
Oh.
for a while.
I just think that the esports scene for CS:GO is massive, and same with League.
True.
Yeah, League is massive too. Valorant's been getting up there. You know.
I went with Valorant just because it's literally like just bursting onto the scene
Mhm.
with all these other competitive games. It's doing really well, competing against CS, Overwatch, League, Call of Duty. So when they do have their tourneys, they do really well. They get a good amount of viewers. And like I said, like I was telling Seabass earlier, this game came out
Mhm.
during the middle of a pandemic, so they haven't had a chance to host any LAN tournaments,
Agreed.
and host any events. Once this whole pandemic like blows over and we can actually start hosting these tournaments like in person again,
Mhm.
Valorant's gonna be like one of the top games
Agreed.
for
It-
sure, top 5.
Yeah, I feel like maybe even next year right here it'd probably be one of the top like best esports events that you could probably have. It'll probably have an event itself the way League and whatnot has it.
Oh, for sure. Riot has the money to set up the tournaments and venues. So
yeah, because
they do League.
Right, does League. So I mean, like, yeah, of course it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but,
they
like,
do League, so they have plenty of money to do Valorant as well. And like from the very beginning, they've been pushing esports on Valorant. So, I think this year Valorant might have a chance for best esports.
Yeah.
So I really hope that one wins. Call of Duty, pros were complaining about the game being trash this year. So
Yeah, I think
I
League
know.
of Legends is a good esports game and whatnot.
Mhm.
It's just that with the new Valorant, I just think because it's something new that
Agreed.
it might
I just
that
think
it might
that-
win the best esports game.
I think
I don't know.
I think the thing with League is just hard to follow.
It is.
Like
that's
if
just
you're
you.
somebody that's never really played League, you have no idea what the hell's happening. Like I've played League a little bit, so now I have like a general idea of what's happening on screen. But like sometimes when I'm watching some of these tourneys and I hear the shoutcasters like, like screaming because of an amazing play that just happened, I'm like,
what happened?
what are they? Yeah, I'm like, what happened? What are they screaming about? Like what?
No, well, be honest, that's how I actually was. Like
Yeah,
when
but
they,
that-
when
but that's the thing,
when my
like-
brother when my brother and like his friends, and like people were talking hardcore about League back in the day, I was thinking to myself, I was like, that's a game I'd never get into, like never,
Yeah,
because
it's
I have
hard.
absolutely no idea how, like I don't understand it whatsoever. Then I started playing it and whatnot, understood it a little bit. I was like, okay, yeah, a little bit, I know, understand. So I just playing just a little bit more, and after a while, like I fully understood everything right there. Like, it didn't even take me
but
that
that's the
long.
thing,
It,
it's
it
just-
didn't take me like years and whatnot. It just took me like
No, I'm not
maybe
saying
a
it's
month of playing.
gonna take you years. Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're somebody that's never played League, so you have no idea what the hell's happening. You're watching the game. You're just completely lost on what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
that's what I'm
at least
saying
with
already.
at least with some of these other games, it's like they're mainly shooters, so shooters are easier to follow. All right, so we're just gonna skip the rest of the categories. Best esports host is like
Right.
same thing with best esports team. I don't follow any of these teams.
I
to
only
be
follow
completely
one,
honest.
and that's Overwatch's. So yeah.
I don't follow any.
All right. So the final category that we're going to go over is Game of the Year. Basically, Game of the Year is a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. We have Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Part 2.
Well, if
I will tell you
if
my game of the year. But I know no
Yeah,
one's
what's
gonna
your
agree
Game
with
of the
me.
Year?
It's Hades.
What, Hades?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can see why Hades would be your Game of the Year. Like I said, I haven't played it. I've seen gameplay for it. I was watching Lupo play it, and it looks really good. Art style is really good. Combat looks really good. So like gameplay itself it just looks fun, easy to get into, easy to follow. The music is also really nice. So
Well,
for this, for this one personally, I had to go with The Last of Us Part 2, mainly because I haven't really played any of the other ones, but also because Last of Us actually made me tear up. So it hit me in the feels. As much as I talk shit on The Last of Us 2, it's a good game.
It is.
Like all in
Agreed.
all, it's a good game.
yeah.
Even though just parts of it I don't like, it's good. It made me emotional. It made me cry. Even in some of the parts with Abby, that shit hit you in the feels too. So that's my Game of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, like the way we were talking and whatnot, even with just us three right here, we've actually probably like for most of the stuff right here, maybe three of the. I'm gonna say three. I'm gonna say like three of the awards here. All three of us like kind of almost pick like just Last of Us 2. And for me,
It's a good
personally,
game,
Yeah,
like,
it is a good game.
It's just good.
I liked it. It's a really good game. That's why, like, for me, it's also personally Last of Us Part 2. And like I know of Doom Eternal. Like I don't know the story too much, but I can kind of guess how it is. I wouldn't say like prediction or whatnot, but like I can guess the way it is and like the way that like everything about it. It's a good game itself too. But just
What kind of caught me a little bit off guard was Animal Crossing's New Horizon.
That it's on there, or that it.
Yeah, that's part of Game of the Year.
I mean, if you think about it, like everyone played the shit out of it during the beginning of quarantine. My wife.
That's
still
true.
plays
I
so
played
yeah.
it. I played it. It's boring as hell. Man.
It is boring as fuck.
well,
It's boring as fuck. I regret getting it, man. I
Well,
should have put that money towards something else.
yeah, well, I kind of understand it for Game of the Year because of not just because like it was fucking everyone played it while it came out. I just
It has
because
content.
I think it's just because of the fan base of it also too because of the first Animal Crossing when it came out, everybody loved it. They,
I mean, you can also get once you get to a certain point in Animal Crossing, you can start terraforming your island. So you can literally just start making your island look whatever you want it to look like, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So there's tons of stuff to do.
There's a lot.
And
There's a lot, and they're doing a lot of events. Like I think right now they're about to do their Thanksgiving event, and then they go on a Christmas event. Their Halloween one, they started letting you plant pumpkin patches. Like it's cool.
I think one of the problems with Animal Crossing, because to be honest, I've heard it. I'm pretty sure I heard it from my brother right here. I think you progress too fast. Before in the old Animal Crossing, from what he said to me, is that it was kind of you'd be able to do the same thing that you're able to do now. You could build a bridge, say, instead of pole vaulting and whatnot. But the thing is, on the old one, it would take you a while. Like it would take you a while. You need to build it up. You need to finally get to that point where you can finally build a bridge. But on this new one, it's just like it's like almost instantly you could just build a bridge if you
I think
want
that's
to.
the thing. They didn't want to turn like new people away, like people like me. Like I've never played Animal Crossing before, so I think that's what they wanted to cater more towards too, is the newer players. That way they wouldn't get as bored. Like I got bored of it like right away. I played it for like a week, and I'm like, this game isn't really for me. Because I still had a. It's cool that it's played in real time. So if you play the game at night, your island's at night. That kind of gets a bit boring because then when I have time to play, it's at night.
Okay.
It's at night, so I don't like my island's never like during the day.
Yeah, that's why we just time skip. I don't fucking know what to tell you.
I know that you time skip, but then you have to change it on your console.
That's it.
And it's too much work.
It's just one thing.
It's too much work.
Oh my god.
Then you mess up your console, and it's like it's too much work. This guy over here. I don't know where Bob went.
I don't know either. He said I'll be right back, and he put a cover on his camera.
He might have gone to go get some pizza.
Probably.
So all in all, what do you think of these nominations? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you wish there were some other games in there?
Of the year. I'm trying to think of all the games that came out this year. Honestly,
there wasn't a ton, to be completely honest.
No,
like there
wasn't.
was good games that came out, but I feel like it's mainly like expansions, like Destiny 2.
Yeah.
That was an expansion. Apex, that was more of an update, so you can't really put that as game of the year. WoW, Shadowlands, I know it just came out yesterday, so it wouldn't be counted as this part of the Game Awards, but that's also an expansion, so you can't really put that as game of the year. I feel like it just has to be like standalone games that came out.
Yeah, I agree.
For game of the years.
Honestly, the way that this list is, it's good.
I think it's a fairly solid list.
Yeah.
Do you agree with the list, Bob, for the nominees?
Yeah, I'd agree with it. To be honest, one of the games I'd just say is Animal Crossing.
Why is it there? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's.
I would honestly put Paper Mario over Animal Crossing, but it's fine.
I mean, like, also I don't know anything about Hades, so I'm not gonna say anything about that because, like I said, I don't know anything about.
Wait, when did Fire Emblem come out?
Fire Emblem.
Did that come out?
That came out.
Three Houses.
No, that's been out.
Is that last year?
Yeah, that was last year. So that's fine. That's not in this one. I think it was in last year's.
Yeah.
Like Game of the Year.
Right.
Was it
RPG? Yeah.
All right, so what?
Because I was about to say if like Fire Emblem should have been on the list, but if it came out last year, like it needed onto that.
By
list,
the way, for Black Friday, I saw on sale at Amazon for like $30. So.
Yeah, I picked it up at Best Buy for $35.
There you go.
So I got games to play for months at this point.
Yeah, Fire Emblem alone is a fucking 3-month game, so good luck.
I'm gonna be honest, I actually haven't played a single player game for quite a long time.
They're fun.
It's very enjoyable. I've been enjoying them a lot more lately.
Right. Well, after we're done the game, since we're pretty much done the Game Awards, should we move on to our last and final
Honestly,
topic?
I think we're good.
You just want to stop?
Yeah,
I think that's it. Like honestly, like even
I
though
think we're
it
good.
was just a lot because there was a lot of games that we went through.
Sure, we did go through a lot of games. I think we can touch upon that other topic probably some other time, just because it's going to be such a big topic for such a long time.
Yep, agreed.
All right, stop it.
Agreed.
I think we're good.
Recording.
Lies, you didn't.
No.
But yeah, no.
This guy over here trying to end this Trying to end. I said almost the stream. The podcast too soon. Let's see how it is. You don't like us. You don't like them. You hater.
I hope you.
But
I hope your.
anyways.
I hope your guys' recordings right here are just as pixelated as you are in Discord.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. No.
Am I the
I'm
only?
good.
Am I
but
the
yeah.
only one that looks good in the Discord?
No,
Yeah,
look,
pretty much.
To me, you look fine, but Pineapple looks pixelated.
Both of
See,
you
to
look
me,
pixelated.
Seabass looks pixelated. It's all of us.
Yeah.
It's a shit Discord.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Discord.
we're gonna end the podcast here, guys. Let us know in the description, not in the description, in the comments below on the YouTube video, what games you guys are looking forward to in the nominations. Expect to see a reaction from us because we will be watching the Game Awards and reacting to it as well because I think that'll be a ton of fun.
Yep.
So expect to see that.
When is the Game Awards?
Sometime after December 10th. So December 10th is when it happens. So make sure you go vote for your favorite game. I personally say vote for games that you enjoy, you like, that you've seen gameplay for, you've played. So don't vote just to vote. That kind of screws everything up.
I haven't voted.
But thanks for hanging out, guys. Make sure you go check us out on all our social medias at Living Off Wi-Fi. Make sure if you guys are listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, or was it like Google Podcast now? Is what it's called, or Google Zone?
I don't know.
Something like that. Appreciate you guys listening on there. If you guys are on YouTube, thanks for dealing with my cute face. But I know Seabass is cute over here with that new hairdo.
New haircut, you know what I'm saying? Fucking got that slick back
Yeah,
again.
be looking.
Didn't even notice. You
be
just look
looking
the same as
clean.
always.
Oh wow, dude! No, my hair
Seabass
was so
be
long,
looking
dude.
clean. Yeah, so hopefully Rel can join us on the next episode.
You better.
But until then, guys, we'll catch you guys all on the next one. You guys take care.